knowledge out of me.
What have you seen? What else?
I think I've seen a hidden person, but I'm not sure.
What exactly?
What are those?
I've never seen an elf or a dwarf.
What's a hidden person?
Well, the hidden person is people just like we are. Normal people from the same origin, and they live all around us, and they have more or less the same interests and the same life as we have, but they are simply hidden from our eyes.
It's like Harry Potter?
Kind of like Harry Potter, yes.
Like wizards and...
Never heard that one
Wait, like
before,
hidden, like
but it's
underground
probably
hidden?
a little bit like Harry Potter. You see, the origin of the hidden people dates back to Adam and Eve. And Adam and Eve were in paradise. They were not alone in paradise because Adam's first wife was there as well. And everybody know what happened to her. She didn't obey Adam, so she was turned into a snake and was hissing her way around paradise. And God left them in paradise and told them they could do whatever they wanted to do except one thing: don't eat the fruits from this tree. Now the snake lured Eve to take fruit from the tree and offer Adam. And as soon as they had eaten from the tree, they realized that they were naked and they got desires for each other. And they started sinning. When God found out, he was furious. He threw Adam and Eve out of paradise. But Adam and Eve couldn't care less. Because when you know all about sin, you simply create your own paradise in your own bedroom. And that's what they did. And you also know the consequences of that. That would be children. But Adam and Eve really didn't care. They had loads and loads of children. Children were playing outside in the field. But they had plenty. After all, this was the only family in the world. While all this was taking place, God was busy all around the world organizing things, manipulating things. Like, for example, placing the penguins on the South Pole and the polar bears on the North Pole to prevent them from eating each other. One day, God decided to pay Adam and Eve a visit to see how they were doing on the little farm outside paradise.
I've heard the story of Adam and Eve before.
He called Adam and said, well, I'll be coming for a visit next Wednesday. And Eve immediately started to prepare everything. She wanted to show God that she was the best housewife in the world. So she started cleaning everything. And on the day of God's arrival, Eve had cleaned her house. Everything was completely spotless and ready. She was so proud. And then she looked out her window, and to her horror she saw all her children playing outside in the field. Most of them were playing nice games and behaved. But where there is a big group of children, there are always some that will not behave and that will not play the nice games, will play naughty games, screaming and yelling, or rolling in the mud, pulling each other's hair or kicking each other or whatever they do. And Eve looked at this and said, oh my God, I can't show God this. He will think I'm a terrible mother. What can I do? And she called the children and said, children, now I want you all to line up here. I'm going to run a bath. And I want you, each and everyone, to take a bath. Then dress up in your Sunday clothes and behave. Because the master himself is coming for a visit. And I absolutely do not want him to see you like this. He will think ill of me. He will think that I'm a bad housewife. So do as I tell you. But if you come from a family of a big family of many children, you will know that it takes time to bathe all the children. And when God was seen walking around the faraway corner of the field.
And Adam was not helping in this at all?
Yeah, where's Adam?
He's a man. Don't ask silly questions.
making sand and all.
And when God was seen coming, walking around
He's
the
watching
corner
football.
of the field, there were still some children left to be bathed. These were the dirty children. And Eve thought, oh my God, I'm ashamed of you. What can I do? If God sees you like this, he will think that I am not a good mother. But tell you what, you go and hide in the cliffs, hide in the woods, hide wherever you can. Don't let anyone see you until I call you. Is that clear? And the children, 30 children, went all and hid. Well, God came for a visit. And God was very pleased with what he saw. You have a very clean and nice house. You are the housewife of the year. You are the best housewife that I've ever seen.
Housewives of Paradise.
It was outside paradise.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, they were outside.
In the suburbs
they had
now.
been thrown out. It was the suburb. And then God said, and your children, oh my God, they're all dressed so nice and they are so neat and polite. I especially love your children. Are these all your children? And Eve looked God straight in the eyes and said, yes, Master, of course, these are all my children. And then, at the end of the day, God said, well, Eve, I want to thank you for everything. I want to thank you for this visit. It's been enlightening for me. Now, I want to say goodbye to each and every one of your children. So please line them all up. And Eve did so. And God thanked them. Thank you, little boy, for being so polite, so clean and nice. Don't have to worry about the world with you. And thank you, little girl. And then when he came to the end of the line, he said, that's strange. I could have sworn that there were more children than these. Eve, are you sure? Are these all your children? And again, Eve looked God straight in the eyes and said, yes, my Lord, this is all my children, of course. And now God went mad. He said, woman, haven't you learned anything? Don't you know that I am the creator of everything? I know everything. I see everything. I know that you have more children. I also know that you were ashamed of all of your children. I also know that you tried to hide them away so that I couldn't see them. But I gave you 2 chances to tell me the truth. Both times you choose to lie to me. As a punishment for your lies, I've decided that all that was hidden from my eyes shall be hidden from all mankind forever and ever. And this is the origin of the hidden people of this world.
So if you say you think you saw a hidden person, how did you know you saw a hidden person?
I don't know. That's why I said I think. I don't know if it was a hidden person.
Do they maintain the shape of kids, or does a grown-up person?
They are just like we are. If you think you see a hidden person, well, that's because you see someone that is looks strange. Usually, well, the thing is that when you are asked to review it and you're asked what did he or she look like, then you can't remember the facial expressions. And when someone says, what was he dressed like? You can't remember that either. And then you can be pretty sure that this was a hidden person you saw. Because you can't remember what they look like. That is a hidden person for you. Now this waterfall is Faxi waterfall.